We have arrived at the most complex, the most controversial, and the most critical topic in our entire industry: the price of a medicine. The price of a single pill embodies a fundamental paradox. On one hand, it must be high enough to reward the decade of research, the billions of dollars of investment, and the immense financial risk of innovation. But on the other hand, it must be low enough to ensure that the people who need it most have access to it. Navigating this paradox is not just a commercial challenge, it is a public health imperative and a political minefield. As a leader, your ability to understand and articulate the logic behind a price is a non-negotiable skill. This module is your guide to navigating this complex world with clarity and integrity. Before we go any further, we must dismantle the single biggest myth in our industry: the idea that the price of an innovative patented medicine is based on its manufacturing cost plus a simple markup. This is fundamentally wrong. That cost-plus model might apply to a simple generic, but for a breakthrough drug, the price is not based on what the pill costs to make. It is based on the value it delivers. Think of it this way: the price of a masterpiece painting is not the cost of the canvas and paint. It's the value of the artist's vision and skill. Similarly, the price of a new cancer drug is not the cost of the chemicals inside. It's a reflection of the value of the life it extends, the hospitalizations it prevents, and the quality of life it restores. This is the principle of value-based pricing, and it is the engine that funds all future R&D. However, the Indian market operates under a completely different paradigm. For a large number of essential medicines, the government, not the company, is the ultimate price setter. This is managed by a powerful regulatory body, the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, or NPPA. The NPPA's mandate is driven by the National List of Essential Medicines, NLM. If your drug is on this list, it automatically comes under a price control governed by the Drug Price Control Order, or DPCO. The NPPA's formula for setting this ceiling price is not based on value or R&D cost. It is a simple, market-based average of all existing brands. It is a deliberate policy choice designed to ensure mass affordability and public health access above all else. To truly understand how these different systems create vast price disparities, let's follow a single real-world product across the globe: a 10 milligrams tablet of Dapagliflozin, a modern drug for diabetes and heart failure. Let's call our brand CardiaGlyph. Now remember this number. The actual all-in cost to manufacture one of these tablets at scale in India is approximately 2 rupees and 50 paise. Keep that number in your head as we now look at its price in 4 different markets. In India, because Dapagliflozin is on the national list of essential medicines, its price is fixed by the NPPA. The final retail price to the patient is approximately 20 rupees per tablet. This price, 8 times its manufacturing cost, is designed for one purpose: to ensure widespread, affordable access for the Indian population. Now, we cross the ocean to the United States. In the US, there are no direct government price controls. The price is based on the immense economic value the drug provides by preventing a single heart failure hospitalization, which can cost tens of thousands of dollars. The price of that same tablet here is $20, or approximately 1,660 rupees. That is over 600 times its manufacturing cost. This market is the R&D engine of the global industry. Next, we go to Europe, for example, Germany. Here, the government acts as a powerful single negotiator. Through a rigorous process called Health Technology Assessment, or HTA, they analyze the drug's benefit and decide if it's worth the price. The final negotiated price is around €2, or approximately 180 rupees. It's a middle ground, reflecting a balance between rewarding innovation and managing a national health budget. Finally, for supply to public health systems in many African nations, companies bid in large tenders. The goal here is not profit maximization, it's enabling mass access. The winning price for our tablet might be just 15 cents, or around 12 rupees and 50 paise, a price that is still profitable over its manufacturing cost because of the massive guaranteed volume. This is a deliberate tiered pricing strategy. So, let's pause here. This is the moment where most people get confused or even angry. How can the exact same tablet made for the same cost be worth 20 rupees in Mumbai and over 1600 rupees in New York? Is this just corporate greed? The answer is more complex, and as a leader, you must understand the logic. This isn't random, it is a deliberate global strategy called tiered pricing. Think of it this way. The R&D cost to invent this one successful drug was likely over $1 billion. That cost has to be paid back somehow, or no new drugs will ever be invented. The global strategy is to have different regions contribute to that cost based on their economic reality and their healthcare system's philosophy. The United States is the innovation engine. Its system is designed to reward the immense risk of R&D. The price of 1600 rupees isn't for the pill, it's for the 20 years of research that produced it. The high value-based price paid by the US market effectively acts as the primary global fund for discovering the next generation of breakthrough medicines for everyone. Europe is the value negotiator. They look at the US price and say, "We see the value, but we are a single, powerful negotiator, the government, and we will not pay that price." Through their HTA bodies, they perform a rigorous cost-benefit analysis and negotiate a hard bargain. Their price of 180 rupees is their calculated contribution, a balance between rewarding innovation and protecting their national budget. India is the access maximizer. The government's clear and stated policy through the NPPA is that for essential medicines, the primary goal is not to reward innovation, but to ensure the maximum number of our citizens can afford the treatment. The 20 rupee price is a social and public health decision. It's a conscious choice to prioritize affordability and access for the Indian population. And finally, Africa, in the context of public tenders, represents the humanitarian model. The price of 12 rupees and 50 paise is designed for mass public health programs, often backed by the WHO. The goal here is not profit, but to prevent a public health crisis and serve the most vulnerable, with the price set just above the cost of manufacturing. So you see, it's a fragile, interconnected ecosystem. The high prices in the US effectively subsidize the lower, access-focused prices in India and Africa. It is the complex and often controversial global balance between funding tomorrow's cures and treating today's patients. But remember this critical lesson. Getting a price approved is not the same as getting your drug paid for. The final and often toughest hurdle is market access. This is the process of getting your product included on hospital formularies and insurance reimbursement lists. In many countries, this is governed by HTA bodies like NICE in the United Kingdom. They ask a tougher question than the regulator. The regulator asks, is this drug safe and effective? The HTA body asks, is this drug cost effective? Does it provide value for money for our healthcare system? Your ability to answer this question with robust health economic data is the final key to unlocking a market. As a leader, your role is to navigate this complex landscape with strategic intelligence and ethical clarity. It is about balancing the demands of your balance sheet with the needs of global public health.